When I first started watching JoJo, I couldn't put my finger on it, but something about Dio truly frightened me. And don't get me wrong, there were a lot of things to be scared about when it came to Dio. Whether it be the fact that this man managed to become a vampire, or the fact that this man had an absolutely broken stand power. I mean, shit, I could even sit here and say that it was kind of scary the fact that this man managed to stay drippy regardless of the situation or the time period. But you know what? No, that's not what frightened me about Dio. What frightened me about Dio was the fact that once you sat and thought about it, his biggest goal, regardless of if he was on the brink of death or enjoying a vacation in Egypt, was to make the life of every Joestar a living hell. When I first heard about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, you could not pay me enough to even attempt to touch this series with a 10-foot pole. I wanted no part of it. Some of my standout questions: why do these men exude such manliness? Why are they always posing like they're on Vogue covers? You expect me to believe that this is a 17-year-old? But you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, we could honestly cover JoJo for hours and talk about all the different details and all the different aspects of the series, but we're not here for JoJo as a whole. We're here for one man specifically. The world's biggest hater. Everyone give it up for Dio. Now, I know that when I say Dio Brando is the biggest hater in all of anime, some of you guys might not agree. But you know what? This is what sets Dio apart from every other hater in every other anime. See, it all started when this man grew a fond hate for a man called Jonathan Joestar. Now, if Dio was a normal D1 hater, he probably would have went the rest of his life hating Jonathan's guts and leaving it at that. When he died, maybe hate him a little bit in the afterlife. But no. You see, it didn't stop there for Dio. Not only did he hate Jonathan Joestar from every corner of his heart, but Dio went as far as waging war on the entire bloodline of his family. I'm gonna do my best to explain this in a way that it makes sense without making it sound like I'm going crazy, so bear with me for a second. This man Dio hated Jonathan Joestar. This man Dio hated Jonathan Joestar's grandson. This man Dio hated Jonathan Joestar's great-great-grandson. This man Dio even managed to become a problem for Jonathan Joestar's great-great-great-granddaughter. Like, what? If you told me that in order to save the world, we have to go up against a sexy immortal vampire with the ability to stop time and a grudge against an entire family tree, I'd probably tell you that I really don't think I want to be a Stardust Crusader anymore. Also, you didn't hear me wrong just now. That sexy immortal Super Saiyan vampire man that's holding a grudge against an entire family tree, yeah, he was granted the ability to stop time. Listen. If you take one good look at my channel, you'll start to notice that I have a really big soft spot and I love a good villain regardless of the medium, Dio included. But shit, man, reading the charges on this man's record, even I gotta give a couple of back-to-back side eyes. The suspect is believed to have initiated a slap boxing match with Jonathan Joestar, and when the suspect got the blonde smacked out of him, the suspect retaliated by throwing Jonathan Joestar's dog into an incinerator. Absolutely insane way to react to a situation, but I'll let it slide for now. Suspect spent 5+ years acting as if he turned a new leaf so he can infiltrate the Joestar household and poison Jonathan Joestar's father. Jesus Christ, I mean, I know he got money, but is it that serious? Suspect is accused of stealing the kiss of Jonathan Joestar's crush in an attempt to keep them from being together. Oh my God. By the way, this is all part 1 stuff. Like, this isn't even part 3 when he came back to life. Oh, and speaking of coming back to life, something about this dude, he just don't stay dead. Died after being turned into a shish kebab and left to cremate inside a burning mansion? Nope. Maybe die after getting his head cut off and sinking to the bottom of the ocean on a burning boat? Absolutely not. What about being killed in battle and then for good measure getting your body burnt up in the sun? Bitch, you thought. When I say that this man is on a whole other level of petty and that he waged war on an entire family tree, I'm not just saying that for shits and giggles. I'm saying this because I'm choosing these words very wisely. I got a question for you, and it might sound weird. Where on earth do you think an immortal vampire with his head cut off manages to find a body at the bottom of the ocean in peak condition? I'm gonna give you some time to answer that. Don't rack your brain too much now. You think you got it? All right. Time's up. He stole the body from his biggest op, Jonathan Joestar. Granted, Jonathan was already dead by that point, but still. And look, it's already disrespectful that he stole the man's body, but the reason I'm bringing this up is because the way this man was showing this body off was like this shit was homegrown or something. Like, look at this man. He could not wait to show off that $50 penny tat. Like, that might as well be his red dragon tattoo. And you would think that's the worst part, right? But no. The worst part is that this man was going around getting play. He was going around getting cooter cat. Guess what? That was the reason why the main character of part 5, Giorno, was born. That's his son. Spoiler warning, by the way. Spoiler warning, okay? It's too late now. I'm sorry. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I love talking about Dio today. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to my boy, and he went ahead and commented on the last video saying that he wanted to see this Dio video that I made reference to in the last video, which was the Gojo video. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. So yeah, he said he wanted to see the Dio video, so I immediately got on that. I was like, yo, say less. You feel me? I love hearing somebody being like hyped to see a certain video. So if you want to see me make a certain video, just go ahead and ask. I'll be glad to make it. But yeah, it was fun talking about Dio. I love Dio. Dio's one of my top villains in all of anime. Yeah, bro, that dude is so cold. I love his poses that he be hitting. I love his whole, hey, I'm just evil to be evil, to be honest. And it was cool to see him coming back, technically speaking, when it came to like Stone Ocean. So yeah, I really messed with Dio. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Leave a comment how you feel about Dio, or is he your favorite character? Who is your favorite character in JoJo? You feel me? Subscribe to the channel. Join the cult if you haven't already. And I don't got no intros, no outros, so I guess this is me. Deuces.